Okay, it's preventative maintenance time on this 2011 V-Star 950 Tourer Edition. I'm going to perform an oil change and an air filter change. Make no mistake about it, this is my first time doing this. I'm going strictly by owner's manual and references and all kinds of other study material. And I'm here to show you here on YouTube how I did it, and I'm going to leave in all the mistakes I made and things you could use to avoid those mistakes. So let's get down to it. These are the parts that you're going to need. You're going to need, of course, your drop pan. You're going to need your oil, filter wrench, 3/8 drive wrench with extension, 17 millimeter. You need your funnel. Gonna need a bit set. I picked this up pretty cheap over at Harbor Freight for I think like under 10 bucks. And we could also use a 1/4 inch drive set with adapters to go with it. And of course we need our air filter. Next, we want to check with our owner's manual on both the quantity and the type of oil that we're going to need. Being here in Northern California, we're coming up on our really hot dog days of summer. It recommends here that for up to 110 plus, down to 50 Fahrenheit, to recommend the SAE 20 weight 50. So that we're going to be going with the Yamalube SAE 2050 weight semi-synthetic. So this is good for 4,000 miles. Okay, the first thing we want to do is we want to warm up the motor oil so we can have a clean flow all the way through. I think I'll probably just take it around the block, warm it up. Okay, now that our oil is heated up, it's time to right the bike straight up and down so that it'll flow down into your oil pan correctly, and also it'll help you to get a more accurate reading on your dipstick when it comes time to refill. Being I'm too much of a tightwad for a bike jack or a bike stand, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this 4x4, prop it up underneath the kickstand like so. And then I'll take this floor jack and stabilize it on the other side. Okay, that should be good. Put it underneath the right side swing arm, and we should be stabilized on both sides. Also be sure that you have it in first or in gear. You don't want the thing rolling on you when you're tugging on them bolts. And then next we want to loosen our oil fill cap. I'm just going to loosen it, we're not going to take it off just yet. Oh, hello there. We got our 3/8 drive socket with the 17 millimeter already attached, already in the loosened position. Over here on the left side of the bike, you're going to find your drain plug right underneath the kickstand. Okay, it's loose. We're going to continue the rest of the way by hand. wish I would have not cheaped out on the oil pan, got a little more low profile one. But here it goes. It's coming down. And there it goes draining. And we'll just be back in a second when this is finally all drained out. Okay, our oil is all drained out. We're going to grab our drain plug. I'm going to clean it off here. Alright. There you go, nice and clean. I'm going to put a rag here. And we're going to re-thread back up into the case by hand. Okay. Okay, nice tight by hand. Take our 17 again, make sure it's in the tightened position. Nice and snug, not too tight. Okay, clean off our mess. Okay, this is where you're going to need your small extension on your 3/8 drive. We don't need the 17 anymore. But what you will need is your filter wrench here. There you go. And it works just like that. Make sure it's in the loosened position. There we go. Now over here on the right side of the bike, right underneath your rectifier here, is our oil filter. It may not be as easy as it looks to take it off with this, but we're going to try it to start with. If it's too tough, you might need to tap the filter onto there. Okay, yeah. So put your filter on first, give it a few taps, then go in after it with your wrench. Okay, I was having some difficulty with the filter making solid contact with the filter wrench or the filter cap, because it was just too slippery and it just kept popping off. So what I did, I just stuck a little paper towel between the filter and the filter cap, which gave it good enough friction to pull it off. So now we can take it off. Yep, there it goes. There's a will, there's a way. Sometimes these oil filter wrenches aren't as good as they advertise. Alright. And the filter is off. Took some doing, but we got there. Okay, to show you what I did there, these cheap filter removal tools, they do not have some sort of gasket to make a solid contact with the filter. So it made it just kept slipping and slipping and slipping. What I did, I just took a piece of paper towel over the filter and placed it between the filter and the filter removal tool. Electric people here. Okay. And then we're going to wipe off our mounting surface. Keep it nice and clean. Perfect. Okay, the next thing I want to do is, before I install the new oil filter, is prime the new one with oil. So this way the engine is not working hard to pump that oil through on the first start. Take our funnel, fill it right up. Okay, good. That's where we want to be. Okay, there we got the oil primed in the filter here. We're just going to put it on by hand to start with. Thread it all the way down. And then we use our filter wrench again, our El Cheapo one. And we're going to put it in the tighten position and continue to tighten it till it's about one full turn after it makes contact. Nice and snug. Okay, there, that should be good. And we'll just reconfirm how well it's seated after the procedure is done with the oil change and make sure it's not leaking. Okay, we're going to take out our dipstick, insert our funnel, and the owner's manual says 4.23 quarts. Take our time, no rush.